Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You feel it, don't you? That silent scream in your chest, the hunger gnawing at your ribs. The world told you to calm down, play nice, lower your voice. But inside, you're burning. You've been pacing in a cage, scratching at the walls with claws that convinced you were useless. But the truth, the cage was never locked. You just forgot how to push. Comfort, that sweet little poison. It doesn't break you. It erases you, slowly, quietly. Like rust eating through steel. You don't even notice until you wake up one day, soft, dull, harmless. A lion with no teeth. And you hate it, don't you? That's why you're here. Because some part of you remembers the taste of blood, the thrill of the hunt, the roar you buried under politeness. They trained you to sit, to smile, to obey, to trade your claws for approval and your roar for silence. And you agreed, didn't you? You swallowed the leash like it was candy. But deep down, deep in that rotten silence, something refuses to die. The part of you that remembers what it's like to dominate the ground you walk on. The part of you screaming, no more. You're not trapped. You're not weak. You're not done. You're asleep. And the moment you wake up, the moment you rip through that cage of lies, everything changes. Because once a lion remembers it's a lion, no one in the jungle sleeps easy again. So tell me, are you ready to push the door? Or are you still pretending the bars are real? Because I promise you this, when you finally roar, when you finally step into the chaos you were born for, the world will hear you coming, and nothing will ever cage you again. Wake up. The jungle is waiting. The world doesn't care if you starve. It doesn't care if you scream. It doesn't care if you're broken, crawling, begging for scraps. And the world looks down at you and shrugs. Because this is not a playground. This is a battlefield. And only the ones who are willing to bleed on the sand get to eat on it. Excuses. Pathetic little stories you whisper to yourself so you can sleep at night. I didn't have the chance. They didn't believe in me. The timing wasn't right lies. All of it. You think the jungle gives a damn about your story? Number. The jungle only respects one thing. Teeth. You either bear them or you're dinner. Validation seekers. Approval junkies. The desperate little hands reaching out for claps and pats on the back. Do you know what you look like? Prey, shaking in the grass, hoping the predator chooses someone else. Newsflash, no one's coming to save you, and no one owes you applause. If you're waiting for respect, you'll die waiting. Scarcity is the law. If you don't take, you'll be taken. If you don't claim, you'll be claimed. No one hands out crowns in this world. You rip them off heads. That's the only economy. Hunt or be hunted. And the ones too soft to accept that truth, they vanish quietly, forgotten. So tell me, are you the hunter or the hunted? Because respect doesn't live in words or likes or hollow compliments. Respect lives in the tremor of the floor when you enter a room, in the silence that follows your footsteps, in the way people lower their voices when you speak. You want respect? Stop begging. Make the ground shake when you walk in. The deadliest battles aren't fought with fists or claws. They're fought in silence. Inside your skull. That's where the war rages. The one you pretend isn't happening. Every thought that slithers through your mind is either sharpening you or choking you. And most of you, you're dying by your own hand, quietly. Every single day, procrastination, fear, doubt. They dress themselves up as logic, as caution, as patience. But don't be fooled. They're assassins. They stab you from the inside. They keep you small. They keep you still. And the worst part, you let them. You feed them. You invite them in and call it thinking things through. What a joke. Understand this. Your mind is a jungle. And in that jungle, there's a predator and there's prey. The predator is discipline. The prey is every excuse you've ever told yourself. And if you don't hunt those excuses down, if you don't tear them apart one by one, they will multiply. They will infest. They will consume you. Mental predation, that's the art. Stalking your own weakness like it's prey, dragging it into the open, cornering it, killing it again and again, until the only thing left alive in your head is the part of you that refuses to kneel. That's how you turn your mind from a prison into a weapon. Stop waiting for permission. Stop negotiating with your coward. Stop holding funerals for the version of you that never lived. You either become a hunter in your own head, or you die caged inside it. Slay your inner coward, or it will feast on you forever. They told you to be quiet, to stay in line, to nod, to smile, to follow. They want you tame, predictable, safe, because obedience is easy to control. Greatness is dangerous. Greatness doesn't sit still. Greatness doesn't beg for rules. It breaks them. And you were never built for chains. Look around. Work, routine, mediocrity. These are the cages they built for you. They hand you comfort like a leash and call it success. They pat you on the head for being a good citizen, a team player. But underneath it all, they're just stripping your claws, filing down your teeth, keeping you docile enough to never roar. Rebellion isn't chaos. Rebellion is refusal to kneel, refusal to silence yourself just because it makes them comfortable, refusal to die a quiet death in a life that was never yours. A lion doesn't wait for applause. A lion doesn't beg to be recognized. A lion takes territory and leaves the world no choice but to notice. They will hate you for it. Oh, they will. They will whisper behind your back, call you selfish, arrogant, ruthless. They'll brand you the villain because you refuse to play their little game. But understand this, the louder they hate, the deeper they fear. And fear is respect in disguise. So stop asking, stop bowing, stop dimming yourself just to fit into their hollow little cages. You weren't built to be ordinary. You were built to make the ground shake when you move, to bare your teeth when they tell you to smile, to roar when they beg you to be silent. They will call you arrogant, ruthless, selfish. Wear it like a crown. Their fear means you're winning. Every scar is proof. You were attacked, and you're still here. You've been cut open, betrayed, left bleeding in the dirt. You've tasted failure so bitter it could have poisoned you. And yet, look at you, breathing, standing, watching me. That means you survived what was supposed to destroy you. That means you're already dangerous. Pain didn't break you. It built you. Every heartbreak carved steel into your chest. Every betrayal sharpened your eyes. Every failure hammered you into something harder, colder, untouchable. The scars in your skin, the scars in your mind, they're not signs of weakness. They're battle marks. Proof you've been tested. Proof you didn't fold. Fragile lions don't last in the wild. Only the scarred ones walk with that heavy silence, the kind that makes others step aside without a word. They've seen too much, survived too much, and survival changes the way you move, the way you look at people, the way you carry yourself. Scarred lions aren't fragile, they're feared. So stop hiding what hurt you. Stop burying your wounds like they're shameful. They're not shame. They're your currency. They're the reason your enemies should think twice. Because anyone still standing after that much bloodshed is not to be underestimated. The ones who've never bled will never understand. They'll keep pretending they're strong until the jungle tears them open for the first time. And when that day comes, they won't survive it. You already did. That's why you're different. That's why you're a threat. Your wounds are not shame. They're the sharpest weapons you own. A lion does not ask permission to roar. It roars, and the world obeys. No hesitation, no apology, no waiting for someone to clap. That's the moment everything shifts. When you stop hiding. When you stop crouching in the shadows, pretending you're smaller than you are. The mask drops. The prey is gone. And what steps forward is a predator the world never saw coming. This is the rebirth, not the pretty kind, not the congratulations kind, the violent kind, the kind where you tear off the skin of who you used to be and let the world choke on the pieces. You don't need approval. You don't need applause. You don't even need them to like you. You only need one thing. They can't ignore you anymore. Unreplaceable. Untouchable. That's what you become when you stop playing by their rules. They can copy your moves, mimic your words, even steal your style, but they can't steal your roar. That sound belongs to you. That presence belongs to you. And when it hits, it shakes the bones of everyone who doubted you. This isn't success. Success is too small, too polite. This is domination. This is planting your flag in the dirt and daring the world to try and move it. This is no longer begging for a seat at the table. It's flipping the damn table and building your own throne from the wreckage. They wanted you silent. They wanted you soft. They wanted you replaceable. But now you become the storm that drowns their comfort, the fire that eats their doubt, the roar that shatters their sleep. And there's no cage big enough to contain you anymore. From this moment, you don't just survive the jungle, you own it.